www.patreon.com/themodernapes. Look, for literally $4 a month, you get 4 bonus episodes per month where we do a whole bonus podcast. We're doing a movie watch.
They win a free opportunity to watch us say bad words and, say controversial topics. I just thought about this recently. One of them, we have a wedding episode, literally before you got married.
Yeah, we do. We did a wedding the day of my, or we did a...
We did a wedding
the day of my podcast. We did a podcast the day of my wedding.
No, one is more important than the other. You did a wedding the day of your podcast.
One I tell my wife and one I tell to you guys for $10, join the Patreon. Hey, what's up? How you doing? Welcome in.
Sit down.
Settle down.
Sit down.
Welcome back to another episode of the Modern Apes Podcast.
I found what was in the shoebox. Sit down.
Yeah, what was under your bed, sir? Sit down.
Why'd you bring in dead birds like a cat? You're my son.
You went real serial killery, and I went, our sons just kind of, started fornicating.
Well, I'm glad I told you it's our son.
Yeah, either way, it's no one's son. I promise the kid's not mine. Welcome back to another episode of the Modern Apes Podcast. I'm your host, Daniel Bridge-Gadd. We're live!
From the Wits studio.
From the Wits studio.
Put some cheese on that cracker. Call it a Wits.
You're stupid as hell. Spreadable. Sitting to my right, that fun, upbeat, nasally voice you hear is the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat, Tristan Bowling.
Slightly sick. I feel it coming on.
It's that time of the week, bro. It's once every 2 weeks with this guy. It's always something. The amount
I
of
just
times
need to hydrate more.
No.
I feel like I'm not drinking enough water.
No,
every day.
I've told you. Say it with me. Genetic.
And also, I hit my vape after I dropped it on the floor of the bus, and I haven't felt great since.
Yeah, it's also you vape like a fucking Vietnamese testing facility.
I want to make sure it works.
It's crazy. I was editing the podcast today. You have that shit in your hand like it's...
I know. This is going to be probably the last year of the vaping career.
Can we take a bet on that now before we get into the topic? I'll throw bread on it.
I did tell Haley that 2025 is going to be... My resolution is to quit vaping, and I'm going to do that in the last week of 2025. I'm going to really procrastinate this.
You're going to be so just...
I'm going to be pissed.
No, I'm saying you're going to be super fragile about it, where you're going to be like 3, 2, 1, happy, and you're going to throw it into the Hudson and be like, it's over, and then dive in right after.
No, I'm going to not hit. It's going to be so hard, dude. I'm already really scared. I feel like I'm going to get sick.
You have a baseline level of shake anyway.
I know. I look like a goddamn chihuahua.
You're going to start vibrating.
Maybe I could pick up that energy and charge my phone with it.
But don't start doing anything else though, because or
charge my vape.
Don't start. I swear, if you pick up Zins or something to substitute.
No, if I'm getting off nicotine, I'm just gonna do it. I just got to get rid of it.
Because we can't have what we had last time. I might move into a place with a gym here coming up, and Tristan's like, I'll come over and work out. We'll get big. And we did that in Phoenix. I'll give him credit. But he would hit his vape in the middle of a workout, and it drove me absolutely crazy.
I stopped bringing it into the gym.
Oh, good job. Do you want your I stopped bringing nicotine to the gym badge?
I mean, at least a patch.
Something to go on my sash. The fuck am I supposed to do?
Empty sash, and I look like a fool at all the Cub Scout meetings that I'm not allowed to be at, but they can't kick me out because I wrote to the mayor.
Speaking of empty sashes, tell them what we're talking about today.
Today we're talking about I have no idea how empty sashes kind of leads.
I'll tie it in beautifully in the end.
Okay, now I'm excited.
Timestamp that. I'll turn it around in about 17 and a half minutes. This will tie in.
Okay,
perfectly.
well today we're talking about something that I feel like everyone is associated with, and that's super fandoms. And Pat just walked in.
Right. Or stalkers. It's really a Jedi Sith situation. Same exact act.
The thin line you toe.
Yeah, one's just fine. I think are you allowed to be a super fan of one person? I think it's fine to be a super fan of a team. If you're like, dude, my entire basement is decorated in all Broncos shit. My dad was a Broncos fan. I'm a Broncos fan. But if you're like, my whole basement is Canelo. I have Canelo pictures everywhere.
Have you met my son, Canelo? And my goldfish, Canelo?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking. If you're a fan of one guy, with the exception, weirdly enough, if you're Italian, you can have the Godfather art or Sebastian Maniscalco randomly just down there. Or if you're black, you can have Mike Tyson. But aside from that, if you just have Roger Federer as your whole man cave,
that would be nuts. Dedicating a man cave to one specific person is kind of bananas.
Unless it's like,
if you have a man crush to that extent.
would it be weird if you walked in and your boy was like, I'm a big Danica Patrick fan. None of the GoDaddy shit, just the racing.
Just the racing?
Just the racing.
If you had like her stats and stuff like that, and you're really like, no, she provided a lot to the game.
From like coming up, it's like, did you know back when she was doing, she was racing originally on a Duracell battery car? You're
Yeah.
like, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Just show.
Back before all this, when she was just driving like a woman in traffic.
Yeah, bro. It's like she did a commercial. She poured syrup on her tits. Tell me that's what hooked you. At least.
Yeah.
Tell me she did something.
Yeah.
Well, I'm bringing up, and the other side of that, the dark side of super fandom is what we like to call stalkers.
Stalker. I mean, yeah, there's a couple good movies about fans who are stalkers, or like not stalkers. There's one called I Think We're Alone Now.
Yes, they weren't alone.
No. Basically, that's the name of a song by like a '90s, I think, like early '90s, late '80s pop star named Tiffany from Canada.
Okay.
And she had this song. It's like, I think we're alone now. I don't think anyone's around.
Yeah, my stepdad can't hear us.
Yeah. No, it's like one of those songs where it's like, I'm going to the mall at 25.
God, the 80s was such a sweet time, dude. We're talking about comedy, and just every form of entertainment was a lot easier. All you had to do was basically be kind of Jewish and understand how to talk under lights, and you were fine.
I would be a god. I would be a walking god. If like I know, because I sent Daniel a reel from Andrew Dice Clay doing what's it called, MSG with his nursery rhymes, and it's like the most getter-dunniest getter-duns I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. A whole crowd of just like a brain cell maximum of 100.
He took a hit of a cigarette behind his mouth like that, and 3 ladies flashed him. You were just like,
they're just like, all right, this is right. Do you know that's when people were really starved for content? Because I'm like, I can go on my phone and watch a homeless guy jump off a roof of a building and just get up.
That was back when you were watching PBS because you had to. It was one of the 7 channels.
Yeah, and so like now I have to watch this guy. I've never heard the F word before uttered by someone who isn't my dad yelling at me. I'm gonna go see Dice live, watch him put on his fucking bedazzled look. He looks like he's the king at like a bowling alley.
Bro, these niggas. If you could send Chive TV into 1987,
What
these
the
guys.
hell was that? You just pulled up something. I just saw a woman separated into small plates.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck was that?
What were you seeing? What a weird Rorschach moment that was.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see the one being eaten by boars?
Something completely innocent. You're like, you saw the lady with her face inside out too, right? You're
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
I see her whenever I blink.
Yeah, what is going on with you? All right, so let's get into. I have a stalker.
I mean, super fandom, that was crazy in the 80s. Like, if we're talking about, like, the bands back then, where they're, like, they would just invite, like, all these chicks and be like, I'll blow you because you're on stage.
I mean, someone did break into Drake's compound a couple months ago, and honestly, I think that the Canadian government should have recruited that guy after that, because that guy has, like, ex-CIA homies just, like, guarding the premises.
Did you hear that he is now living in his compound? He's living with Drake.
I mean,
rent-free in his head, and his name is Kendrick Lamar.
I hate this guy. I fucking can't. All right, so
Mustard! All right, I'm sorry, I just wanted to do that.
I felt it coming. There was a rumbling.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Icelandic singer BJORK?
I am. I already know where you're going. And
Wait. For real?
Yeah.
All right, well, don't 81 me. Just
I'm
fucking
not
shut up.
81ing
Just shut up. Just shut up.
I ain't Bjorking you.
Yeah. Don't Nathan's hot dog my shit then. Just sit there and shut up and be a good.
No.
Also,
since you got me, I get you.
Also, what an obscure. That's not like I said, hey man, do you know who Bass Pro shot? Or do you know what Bass Pro? I go, do you know BJORK, the Icelandic singer? He goes, obviously.
Duh.
Keep it moving.
Swan dress, early 90s. Wrap it up. Wrap it up.
I hate you. I hate the fact that like my brain is filled with like nothing but like the B-side of Mike Jones albums and football stats, and then you have shit like BJORK.
Yeah. No, they just referenced it once in Family Guy, so you Google it, and then you're just like, oh, that. And just locked away in the things I've learned from Family Guy folder.
All right, so for those of you who don't walk around the world just dragging your just sunburnt knuckles from dragging them all over the place, BJORK is she's an Icelandic singer, songwriter, composer, and record producer, and actress. If they put "and actress" last, that means you know that she was just in some bullshit movies.
She wasn't some bullshit movie, probably.
It wasn't anything good.
Yeah. Doesn't she talk like a very small mouse? Does anyone know what BJORK sounds like? She talks like this.
The fuck is everyone nodding for? Am I the only person who does it? Dude,
Do the research, pal.
She has an umlaut. She has 7 other like accent marks on her name. I walk in, I'm gonna shock the boys. I'm gonna shock the nation today. They go, you dumb nigga, you don't know who BJORK is?
I mean, for a new teacher on fucking first day doing roll call, that is a curveball. That's a knuckleball right there.
If I was teaching a class, because someone said that this podcast sounds like we're just 2 kids in the back of the class not paying attention to the teacher and doing our own history lesson.
Yeah.
If I'm the teacher and I go, today class, we're learning about BJORK, and some fucking kiss ass who shined an apple on my desk that morning, I know he BJORK is. I go, well, guess what? Now we're doing gas chambers in World War II, dumb fuck. Sit down.
I know about that too. You can never stop me.
Yeah,
I'm hungry for knowledge.
I hate that kid. God damn it. All right,
I
so
know. I was never that kid. That like, ooh.
pick me. Pick me.
Ooh.
You know something crazy?
What, you were?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're so...
I had to sit in the front of every class too.
Why?
Because like football shit, they made sure.
Oh, I thought it was because
In high school and college.
I mean, alphabetically, you would be in the front of the class.
I was a pick me for a long time. And you know the crazy part is, I wouldn't even get the shit right half the time. I'd just be like, yeah, I know the answer. 3.757. And I got that because they're like, no one gives a fuck how you got it.
It's wrong.
That's not the correct
From
answer.
pick me to a pygmy. Look at you.
Yeah. So BJORK, noted for her distinct voice, 3-octave vocal range, and eccentric public persona, has developed an...
She was like beta Lady Gaga.
That's kind of what I'm getting from this. Every picture of her I see, she's not dressed like a human being.
Yeah,
It's
she's
just,
in like pre-alpha.
Yeah, she's from Reykjavik,
Yeah.
which is, I think, the one place in Iceland.
I can't believe we got pre-alpha Lady Gaga before GTA 6. This is crazy, man.
Yeah, she was originally a member of the... She was like Beyonce before Beyonce, so she was originally a member of the Sugar Cubes.
The Sugar Cubes.
You never heard of the Sugar Cubes?
Oh, of
dumbass.
Of course, yeah. How could I not?
No, that was her Destiny's Child. And
Oh,
then
really?
And then she realized that she didn't need... I mean, one Icelandic lady's
The
enough.
3 other cubes.
She's taking her coffee black and going on a world
it's tea
tour.
time, fellas. I'm spamming.
So she went solo in. It says they disbanded. I think she walked in and said, "Here's the deal.
Yeah.
You guys could be backup singers if you want, and even then I can only offer you a 6-month
I
contract."
used to telling you guys, your sugar cubes, stevia. Big old Steve.
Stevia and the Sugar Cubes.
By the way, stevia is fucking gross.
You know stevia, man. Do you like Diet Coke?
No, aspartame will give you cancer.
Okay.
So says
Why
my
don't
dad.
you rip your vape one more time?
So says my dad.
Your dad a DC man?
What?
Is your dad a DC man?
No, he's AC.
Okay.
What? No one can appreciate a direct current alternating current joke?
No, I was looking for a...
Come on, guys.
Sorry, Marvel was the number one answer right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so she sold 40 million records. The only reason that I'm bringing this up is because I need to make it a point that she was worth stalking. Because you're not just going to... I don't even think it's called stalking if you're just like a normal guy. That's just... Stalking, you
You
have
can
to
be a fan, but like if it impacts your life, then yeah, that's
No,
fine.
but I'm just saying if you follow Jared from accounting around, that's like... It's stalking technically.
Well,
but
what
like,
do you do? What does Jared do? That makes him such a heartthrob.
I don't know.
Maybe we can look into this Jared guy.
Just watching this dude go to a Turkish bathhouse. No, but she was like a big deal, right? So that's the only reason I bring that up. Now, I'm gonna bring up. It's funny that you said the dude who cut your hair, his name's Rick, because this dude's name's Ricardo Lopez.
Damn, dude, come get your boy.
Yeah, and then it says in parentheses stalker, and he looks like a stalker. Look up Ricardo Lopez on Wikipedia and look at the picture that comes up.
Do you know what's crazy? Even though they're spelled differently, like someone who puts cans on the shelf at Walmart and someone who follows and plans and like to kills it, they're both called stalkers.
Yeah. Stupid. We're doing stalker humor. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Ricardo Lopez.
I bet that dude was so good at video games. That's crazy.
Well, he was doing Instagram shit before it was Instagram. So as you can see, this is like
Spoiler alert: suicide by gunshot.
right. What a fucking mo.
What do you mean? Under what circumstances?
Did you know it was spoiler? But okay, well you don't know how gunshot. What an asshole.
Yeah, Nathan died at 81.
No, that's like instead of saying he died at 81, I give the year. I go 1941. You guys figure it out.
You can connect the dots.
What a dick. All right, so fucking I kind of like this. This is the same page I got. Okay. He's born in Uruguay, which is the first red flag.
Uruguay?
I've never met a dude from Uruguay who's up to any good.
Uruguay.
Yes.
I'm being very silly today.
Dude, all right. I'm trying to talk about.
Do you know what I think think it is?
Talk about how a guy put a pipe bomb in a fucking manila folder, and you're like,
It's a big folder or a tiny pipe.
It's a sash.
It's a sash?
It's kind of a sash.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
get to it, cockschmo.
Didn't speak, Wiener.
All right. All right. So this dude's born in Uruguay, and then he moved to Lawrenceville, Georgia. They actually produce a lot of good football players.
Really?
couple of stalkers, a
Yeah.
lot of good football players, a lot of talent in that place.
Yeah, but you know what they have? Drive.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Well,
Either
yeah.
drive on the football field or driving to Bjork's house.
They are just persistent little motherfuckers up there.
Yeah.
So it's Wikipedia that we're reading this off of. So I mean, someone just wanted to slide him. So it said he had poor self-esteem.
I mean, you can bet. Nobody who's like obsessed with like Kat Von D is like, you know, I look nice.
No, which is funny because he starts taking videos of himself, which like I never bought the argument that comics have poor self-esteem because like in order to get on stage you gotta like think you're kind of cool to some degree. So it's like this dude started doing vlogs and like videotaping himself like
It's got like
planning
the
and
stock YouTube like jump like
literally listening to like the Nirvana Bleach album in the back as he's like plotting his fun schemes or whatever the fuck.
yeah.
That's Bleach, right? They have a Bleach album. All right.
All
You know a lot of you fucking wide range on this kid.
He knows like 9 things, and all of them are the 9 things you don't know.
I'm impressed by a lot.
Yeah, you're impressed that 10 miles away from here, there's a man named Rick who cuts his
It's
hair.
100 miles away.
Was it 100 or 10? Why that's 1/10 of what I said.
don't you open your ears and turn down your mustache a little bit? Let's hear about,
It's loud in
about
here.
Rick.
This mustache is loud in here.
Screaming at me. So it says, poor self-esteem, was socially reclusive, and eventually developed an obsession with BJORK in 1993, which is crazy to be in the middle of Georgia in just Satan's butthole in the Bible Belt. Just being like, you know who I like?
Icelandic singer, songwriter, BJORK. Also an actor.
This actress. She has a couple B-list movies that
Yeah.
never made it. I mean, I bought it right from Walmart. I thought she was brilliant. If you ask me personally, the people who distributed it right to digital thought otherwise. But
Yeah. They're getting a package in the mail.
So he fell in love with BJORK.
How did she respond?
She didn't even know.
They're going steady.
No, this is the crazy part. I don't want to blow that till the end. This bitch had no clue what was going on. This guy got himself killed and blew up his whole life.
It's crazy.
She had no clue what the fuck was
You
happening.
hear that? She's like, oh my goodness, I just finished the biggest dinner in the world. Oh, I am so full. My dinner consists of 1 grain of rice. I imagine she's an inch tall.
What-
Yeah.
Well,
It
and
was 1 grain of rice
Oh my
and a
God,
single half grape. And I am so full. And they're like, BJORK, can I pick you up real quick? She's like, of course. And then they pick her up and just be like, some dude killed himself in your honor. She said, what?
Oh, no.
Oh no, I'm
Another-
so full of food.
Another pipe bomb guy. They're like, ooh. No, and I would imagine like this like encompasses this dude's whole life. They explain this to her in 35 seconds. They go, hey, I know you got to go do like sound check in a sec. Big fat guy tried to kill you with a pipe bomb.
What is it? Just taking out the earpiece.
Taking out the Britney
What was
mic.
Is coffee here? Coffee's not here. Some fatty blew himself up on the other side of the world.
Some guy splattered his intestines on an upright mattress and wrote some cryptic shit on it. She's like, ooh.
Pretty crazy.
And a 5, 6, 7.
Let me tell you, the people in Lawrenceville, Virginia, they know what to do. Good old line out there. And she just puts her earpiece back in.
No. So this poor
Your
bastard.
voice is fun to do, and I hope the listeners like it.
I can kind of do it too. Sometimes you get too crazy with the voices and I can't follow you. I
Yeah.
can do a ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So on September 12th, 1996, this is back when that time in September meant nothing. 1996, Lopez.
True. September 12th.
Take me back to when September meant nothing. That's where I want to go back.
Do you know what? He in his head, he's like, I bet in history this will be the only thing of importance that happens within this week.
This is the perfect time. I mean, 1996, black people were culturally accepted, and September 11th meant nothing. That's what we could go back to. Just
Yeah, 3 days before this and after this,
Yeah.
this is my day.
Niggas had pagers, and your birthday could be in the beginning of September, and it was not a problem.
Then just looking down from heaven, being like, beans.
Yeah. Fuck.
And also, he's in heaven, which I like to think. Waiting for BJORK.
Ricardo Lopez.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
If Ricardo Lopez is in heaven, I'm just living life carefree from now on. Just,
Yeah.
There's no punishment for anything.
I mean,
He didn't.
give it a shot.
Kill
He
her.
didn't give it he didn't kill
They
anyone.
don't go by intent rules up there.
How do you know his? No, I've seen the video. His last words weren't Jesus
You've
is my
seen
Lord and
the
Savior.
fucking okay. Hey, can we get that video queued?
Are you gonna watch it?
I'm sure it's not fucking hard to find if your ass saw it. So yeah, I was just joking about it. We'll get it pulled up here in a sec. But let me hit this real quick. Actually, I have the same page you're looking at. Go with the yeah.
Yeah, we did some research. We're not that lazy.
Well, I kind of like to have it in front right.
I know. You want to
like
read
that.
it like a teleprompter.
Because then I can look up and I can cross my legs and not have to sit with my freaking nudes out. So, okay.
Ricardo Lopez.
1996.
1996, September 12th.
Lopez mailed a pipe bomb rigged with sulfuric acid to Bjork's residence in
So
London.
how did you even hear about BJORK? Is that ever mentioned?
They had radio.
I mean, I guess so.
It's 1996. She's putting out... You've never heard of iconic hits like It's Oh So Quiet? How about Army of Me? What about Hyper Ballad?
An Army of Me is just her in an anthill.
Look at all my friends.
Yeah,
It's like an army of me. We're all the same size.
Bro, she has a song called Order of the Falcon. She has 5 Brit Awards. Dumbass.
Yes. She also has an exoskeleton and lift 5 times her weight.
No,
just
but-
like her aunt brethren.
No, but like real rap, she has 16 Grammy nominations.
What? And he wins?
What an asshole. What an asshat. No wins. But how many Grammy nominations do you have?
I mean, as much Grammys as she's got, 0.
Fucking crazy. The Academy doesn't know what the fuck you mean.
I mean, they knew for like 16 times. They're like, we'll give her a shot. And they're like, nah.
Do you think voter fatigue would kick in at some point? She'd get like a lucky one for
Yeah, no. She's like the Leonardo DiCaprio of Grammys.
He's never won?
No, he's won 1.
He touched some.
Did he win 2?
He touched some exec's daughter for sure, and they were holding it against
I
him.
think he like banged one, and they're like, I love him. And he's like, well, he doesn't love you back. He's
Yeah.
like, you'll never get an Oscar.
You've never seen BJORK in feature films such as Lars von Trier or Dancer in the Dark?
I've heard of Lars von Trier, honestly.
Shut up. No, you fucking
I
haven't.
have heard of that. But I thought that was a man.
No. Or she was nominated for an Academy Award for her Best Original Song. I've seen it all. I've never heard a BJORK song. We'll play some after.
I mean,
Was she
after
like a
after fucking
cultural-
Ricardo was in her life, she's like, listen, I've seen all of it.
Yeah, so apparently BJORK was a huge deal. All right, so this fool Ricardo, he's born in Uruguay in 1975 into a middle-class family. They moved to the United States, settled in Lawrenceville. Great relationship with his family, as described as an easygoing introvert. He had few male friends, which is where I think the problem lies.
Where you start liking BJORK.
And no female friends. So he had a couple bros, and then they were getting, which is crazy because this can either turn into super bad, where it's like a fun, just little kitschy.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny we get no bitches?
No friends, Virginia, all roads lead to BJORK.
Or you can start just stalking Europeans. Once you start stalking Europeans, there is no. That's breaking the speed. What do they call it? Where the rockets break the speed barrier.
The sound barrier.
Sound barrier. Once you get to European, you can do Mexican. If you're like obsessed with like,
you get like the cloud funnel cone on the front of your body.
right. That's the problem. If you're obsessed with like a Latina pop star, that's fine. Everyone likes a little Shakira from time to time. The second
my
you
God.
cross over, no good.
Can you imagine a
Absolutely
fucking? Can you imagine a stalker who also has access to like an F-15 fighter jet?
Probably.
He's being like, where? Oh my God, I'm being stalked. It's like, where? It's like 30,000 feet up. Just,
Some dude just up there.
just like a guy making.
She's right here.
Yeah.
Dropping payload. He has no bombs on board.
Yeah.
Ew.
Yeah. No, just jerking off to like a whoop on a radar. It's like, that's her.
I
You could
kinda
jerk off to a green dot on a radar.
I kind of see that.
You're going to be a red dot on a map if you keep doing that.
I was like, my first question was, do I have outside stimulants?
Yeah.
I don't know
You
necessarily.
brought your flashlight into the cockpit.
Yeah, I don't know what necessarily an outside stimulant is. All right, so his obsession with BJORK. In his diary, which Duke kept a diary, Lopez wrote of longing to be accepted by BJORK, which is crazy, and to be a person who had an effect on her life. I kind of get that, just from a fan's perspective. Fan short for fanatic. I got to dap
Fan
up.
short for fanatic, really? I thought it meant fancy.
Hey man, not everyone knows. Look, so we have some fancy schmancy viewers who know who BJORK is, and then we got a couple fucking dingbats who need help on fan.
Who don't know the abbreviation
He's
of
a fan.
fan.
I didn't know it till not that long ago.
I know you didn't.
Okay, so they're fan. I got to dap up Larry Fitzgerald once when
Yeah.
I was in high school, and I kind of was like, what if he like caught a touchdown? It was like, dude, that's for that kid that I dapped up. So I kind of get this a little bit.
No idea.
Like, what if BJORK saw a fan letter and then just went and like really turned up in Switzerland at a concert or something? And you're like, She got a little extra juice.
Yeah, I did that. You'd have to be a fucking real psycho to think that.
She's up there in front of 20,000 people. You're like, that's me.
I did that.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people don't know this, but I let you live long enough to do this, and I should be thankful for it.
So it turns dark immediately. It starts with something like real light like that, like wanting to have an effect on her life.
Yeah.
And then it says he fantasizes
How do
about-
I have an effect on a woman's life? I'll cut off her hands.
Yeah, you know, she doesn't need all her digits. I'll keep one for good luck, like a rabbit's foot.
Yeah, staple her dog to the hood of her car.
That'll let her know.
Yeah, it has an effect on her life.
Just taxidermy her poodle with
Yeah.
place in her doorway. So it says he fantasized about inventing a time machine to travel to the 1970s and befriend her as a child. Okay, so
If anyone's got the drive to do it, it's Ricardo.
he didn't say like be the same age as her. He's like, I wish I could meet 7-year-old her as a 40-year-old
yeah,
man.
I didn't think about that because I was thinking that the time travel machine that he has expertly concocted.
It's a baby Jesus situation where it's like, did you guys like Jesus the original version? Introducing for just $19.99, baby Jesus.
Baby Jesus.
All the same fun as the regular Jesus, just a tighter hole on the. It's just a.
Is her name actually BJORK?
No.
Well, that'd be fucking nuts if the dude shows up. Say he does make up the time machine.
No,
he
it's
goes
like
back
Prince.
in time.
She just goes by BJORK.
Yeah. No, but it's like if he goes back in time and he's like, BJORK, good to see you.
Her name's probably like Sonia. Or
She's
some
like,
shit.
What?
You're just a little girl in the Netherlands.
Be like, get away from me.
And then she later thinks about that. She's like,
BJORK, that is a good name. I could sing, I bet.
and
What?
he starts BJORK.
What is every?
Oh,
Oh,
her
that's
name
a
is
real
BJORK.
name.
Oh,
Take a shot at it.
I was about to say, you want to take a good old whiff at that last
shot
name?
at it. Guaumun.
Guaman.
Okay, there's a D next to an S, so I'm out. But you,
Yeah,
keep going.
whose names ever? If there's a D, S, and then another D in your name, all in rapid succession.
What if she
please-
kind of fought for it, like the way I fight for Bridge-Gadd, where she's like, "No, I'm going on tour as BJORK Gornishkamakaniskrner."
I love it how they have like below it pronounced like, and it looks like someone sneezed while typing into the keyboard. You know, it's pronounced like blah blah blah.
No. You know,
Your cat just walk on the fucking.
bro. They go, no. Don't worry, guys. We'll produce. We'll for those of you listening, they go, we'll spell it out for you guys phonetically. PJCERKKVYOM, and you're like, that's
But the
still
OE
nothing.
are matching. They're together as one.
They touch like that blended A and E. I've never really known what it's for.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So let's get to the pipe bombs. Oh, hold on. Let me tell you this because it does get a little. He wrote. He considered himself a loser who never learned how to drive, which is kind of whatever.
That can be fixed.
No, and complained about his menial job as an exterminator that earned little money. The diary contained 168 references to Lopez's feelings of failure, 36 references to suicide, and 14 references to murder. He made 408 references to BJORK and 52 references to other celebrities. So a couple other niggas were catching strays all along the way. So this is the
Can you imagine if you're as a celebrity reading it? You're just being like BJORK, Matthew Perry.
Hey.
That's it. He likes friends. He likes
he's a big
friends.
friends man.
Doesn't got many, but he likes friends.
Doesn't get Chandler conceptually as a character. That's kind of his beef. We're working on it. Season 3.
I can fix this guy.
Put this thing back. So in 1996, Lopez was living alone in an apartment in Hollywood, Florida. Around the time where
I
he
thought
read,
you were going to say Hollywood, L.A.
no, there's
Hollywood, Florida is a
two
very different place.
way worse.
Yeah.
Same amount of pedophiles, weirdly
Yeah,
enough.
you never been to Paris, Arizona? Get in Eclair.
where
Go fucking blow your brains out.
Okay. Yeah, he was in Hollywood, California. Around the time he heard in Entertainment Weekly that BJORK was in a romantic relationship with another musician, the English jungle producer Goldie. Okay, none of these people can have two names, and it's pissing.
I'm sure he took that just fine. He was
No.
very happy for the
Do you want to know why he was mad?
Why?
Lopez was angered by the perceived betrayal and the fact that she was involved with a black man.
Gasp.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
So a black dude named Goldie is, just putting his European unfucking cut schlong into BJORK.
Yeah.
And this guy in the middle of Georgia doesn't like
He
that.
can't have it, dude.
He just can't have
You're
it.
an ocean away.
This guy refuses to just fucking drink
The
a
girl that you love more than anything in this world is being banged out by a man who is more handsome than you.
Were you ever kind of infatuated with like an actress growing up as a kid?
Not infatuated, where I'd be like, oh my God.
When Percy Jackson got to kiss Alexandra Daddario in Percy Jackson, Lightning Thief, I felt away.
You
I
got
did
mad?
not feel away about it.
You
I was
got
like,
mad?
the fuck is this nigga doing?
Yeah. That's mine.
Yeah.
It's mine.
I just got an Adam's apple. I can do that.
Look, you just peel your neck skin back. Look.
Yeah. There was all right. I just want to make sure that was still normal. Do kids do that today? Did y'all have like poster girls and shit?
There's like, my sister would have like photos of like cheetah girls and like the chicks from Disney where I'm just like, oh, she's cute. I like her. But I don't think I ever had like a definite crush on a girl growing up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I guess.
I like Kesha.
You liked Kesha?
I loved Kesha.
That's crazy.
I loved something about
especially back then.
God, it's the exact opposite of what I'm married to, but something about that dirty, like one shoe on, torn pantyhose, glitter everywhere. Like
meets you and blows you on an Amtrak.
Where are you going after this? And it's not the country club. That's the one thing I know.
Comes in from Jersey, just get her back blown out. Imagine getting fucked and then taking the PATH train home. What a hard life that is. That's crazy.
Oh, the path of shame.
Yeah, the path of shame is nuts. By the way, there's homeless guys still on the PATH train, and it's so funny because they would just be like, "We're here for a minute. Someone's gonna give me some money."
And you're just
like, "I can walk the lap of this. We got 25 minutes to go. I ain't going."
And you're
nowhere.
dressed in your club clothes like a lady of the night still.
Yeah.
Amen, brother.
And the homeless dudes all know her.
Yeah, they like know she's chill. Like they've already taken the $3.
Kesha back then looked like she definitely had friends who didn't have phones. Not from like, oh, I lost it, but like an economic situation.
Can I send a text off your flip phone? My shit got shut off.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that clip of that Black Nigga on Club Shay Shay where he's like, I got a fast car and access to women in poverty? And it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, because a girl with money could kind of tell you what to do, but a girl who needs a place to sleep for the night will do whatever.
Yeah, I mean.
Anyway.
I'll tell you what you won't do. My laundry. Haley, fix it.
All right. I also got to find out you call each other honey. And what age? We're not old enough to do that.
Well, you know.
That's like calling a girl sweetheart at our age.
We call each other slurs usually, but we had to tone that
was in the
down.
house?
Yeah.
All right.
I think Gus has ever been called by his actual name Gus when it's bad.
What do you mean by bad?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, all right.
You think I call my cat, who's black, a hard R around the house? My walls are thin.
Like I took an open air shit in front of me and I dropped a couple slurs. I was like, you mother.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into a little bit of the fun. Then we'll get to yours. So according to Lopez, he started filming, right? Which I think is the fun part. We'll maybe play a little video at the end. The diary's purpose was a documentation of his life and his art and his...
Just like that song that plays in like YouTube. Like, yeah, like...
Do you know what the fuck song that is?
He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Nah, because these niggas are smart.
It's made in Apple. It's like made in like iMovie, and it's like those flipping slides and just being like, "Hey guys, really good to see you today." And they don't know how to do background. It's like early vlog shit.
That tells me you were not outside as a child. I needed you to go outside.
No, I watched Smosh.
No, you were an inside kid for sure.
I watched Smosh and Tobuscus.
Would you label yourself an inside kid?
Yeah, I was an indoor cat.
All right.
It was kind of like
tracks.
during the summer. It was kind of like it was like my mom was doing that a little bit more because I'd go outside and I would skateboard like all day, and then I'd come back and be sick for like 3 days because I'm like dehydrated and have like sunburns. And then she's like, "You can't do that." I'm like, "I want to go outside." She's like, "No." I would hang out a lot outside, like at night. We would hang out in the.
That's not better.
Playing like flashlight tag, playing flashlight tag in the park. That's fun.
At 14?
Yeah, catching lizards.
No, like we hung out with Mexican homies. They looked 20 at that point. There's just a grown man playing manhunt in someone's front yard.
Catching lizards? You ever catch a lizard?
That's what you're going to tell the police when they show up? No, sorry, officer.
Well,
we were
yeah, they're gonna
killing scorpions with black lights in this man's backyard.
No, we're fucking... First off, we would bring a black scorpion thing for black
We used
light.
to do that all the time.
We would get like a little terrarium.
They don't have scorpions out here. Out here in fucking New York, they have, just like, rats and mole people. But back in Arizona, they have scorpions, and they glow up like a fucking, like a black light when you, bright green when you shine a light on them.
It's crazy.
And they splatter on the wall like a laser tag arena. It's fucking awesome.
It's kind of sick.
20 in a night at my old, my parents used to live in this little mountain house.
Oh, damn, really?
Yeah, back when they were just hemorrhaging money like the Titanic.
Yeah.
We lived in this thing called a Frankenstein house. 3 stories. None of them worked.
What?
three stories. There was something on one of the stories. It was like you couldn't use the bathroom on the bottom one. The shower on the top one didn't work. The
So
sink.
with all this 3-story house, you had one complete home.
We had maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'd
Nice.
to crunch a number and do laundry somewhere else still.
No, dude, I remember when we first moved in from Chicago to Arizona, my mom was like home like late. My dad was doing crunch at work. So she went into the garage and there was like probably like a relatively big size scorpion, and my mom just freaked out and she didn't know what to do. So she hit it with a hammer, and until we moved, there's guts on the ceiling.
It is sweet.
It's like fucking Buzz Lightyear Astro Blaster, dude.
My
Those
mom
things
got hit
blow
by
up.
one.
What?
My mom got hit by one.
Like in a car? What do you mean hit by one?
Yeah, he was driving a Subaru. Didn't stop.
it
No
pulled
note.
up. Just yeah.
No, she got stung by one. All right, let me get back to this, then we'll get to yours because it goes south pretty quick, but it's fucking hilarious.
Can I interject with one thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
When I was catching lizards, we would put them in a terrarium, and turns out not all lizards are friends.
You want
So-
the terrarium?
we would put them in like a little like terrarium thing. We'd fill it with sand and like put crickets in there as the night went on.
Bodies everywhere.
Oh, dude, they would fight so hard. And,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, there's ops. I didn't
Yeah.
know there's ops in the lizard world.
15% or more on car insurance ain't gonna do shit for you, homie.
Yeah, just Geico just cracking his neck.
Everywhere.
I didn't hear any bell.
All right, here we go. So this dude started documenting himself. Back to Ricardo Lopez. He recorded 11 videotapes containing approximately 2 hours of footage each. The tapes contained footage of Lopez preparing his revenge and discussing his crush, obviously BJORK.
So the reason why he's enacting this revenge is because
he gets no
BJORK is
pussy.
fucking Goldie.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, in a non-stalker sense, there was a bunch of white dudes at this time that were not happy that some ex-girlfriend's fucking a black dude.
Yeah.
There's those guys today.
Yeah, but they've
If
also
you broke up with
spoken
Haley,
to the...
if you broke up with Haley tomorrow and you found out she was fucking a big black guy like a month from now, you'd kind of dislike me for some reason 10% more.
The
You'd be like,
podcast would be over.
I hate these motherfuckers.
The podcast would be over. I'd move to a acidic neighborhood.
Yeah, you're like, I can't stand these
I'm
fucking-
growing out my poils or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Daniel, the Blackman? No, I don't like him.
Daniel Blackman? Bridge-Gadd. Blackman.
Blackman. Yeah, so he recorded 11 of these motherfuckers. The tapes contained footage of Lopez preparing his revenge and discussing his crush. Lopez's anger over Bjork's relationship with the notable Blackman, Goldie, intensified, and he decided to kill her. Sweet, man.
Sometimes you just got to pull that string.
He said,
By the way, it's completely different. I've known and had a relationship with Haley, spoken to her direct face-to-face for over 3.5 years. He's never been in the same room as BJORK. And he's like, yeah, my girl can't be doing that. I'm sorry, gotta teach you a lesson, baby. The guy's insane.
So in our own personal game of who's most justified, you'd be more justified to hate chocolates?
Yes.
He'd be like, I don't like chocolate anymore anyway.
Well, this guy's a psycho.
All right.
And I was wronged.
Right. I was slighted by this Blackman.
Yeah.
Swoop my lady.
What if it was Goldie again?
So this dude said he's just going to decide he's going to have to, I'm just going to have to kill her. I'm going to have to send a package. I'm going to be sending her to hell.
Is
So-
that his words?
Quotes.
Yeah.
Quotes. Lopez initially intended to construct the bomb filled with hyperpodemic needles containing HIV-tainted
Dude,
blood.
it's hypodermic needles. Please read a book. That's fucking insane. Hypodermic needles.
Shut up, fucking bubble kid. Which satisfied his desire to have a lasting effect on Bjork's life. When he realized it was not feasible to build such a device, Lopez began constructing a letter
Yeah, he tried to
bomb,
make an AIDS bomb.
which, I mean, that would have been so sweet if it was just kind
Just
of
mailing a jigsaw trap to somebody.
yeah, like rusty AIDS needles come shooting out.
Oh no, I'm filled with AIDS now. Oh no.
My butthole's scratchy.
Yeah, she's just picking up the whole hypodermic needle, holding it over her head.
So he then started making this letter bomb comprising of sulfuric acid in a hollowed out book, which he planned to send to Bjork's home in London. The device designed to explode and kill or disfigure Bjork.
Does it say what the book was?
Why the fuck would that matter? It's green eggs and ham, nigga. He sent it over and
It's got to be a thick book.
maybe Horton hears it. How big do you think? How much shit do you think you need to make a bomb?
You know, more stuff than like a picture
No,
book.
you're right. You're right. He sent the Quran. He took a Quran and he fucking hollowed out the
How
middle.
did he know I love my sancoche?
Yeah, I along. No, that's crazy. It would be very funny if the book was How to Kill BJORK for Dummies.
Yeah, no, he put it in a Torah scroll, rolled it up, sent it over there. So he was going to commit suicide after mailing the bomb, hoping that he and BJORK would unite in heaven.
Oh,
He'd hope they'd be like number 56 and 57 in line for the Golden Gate, just being like, huh, funny you're here. Huh?
I mean, what a fucking way to call a shot.
What a coinky dink. I didn't
Yeah.
know that we'd both be here.
Oh, I love your music.
Also, how in 1996 are you supposed to figure out when she died? Which will come into play in a sec. Because
Yeah.
this isn't like modern times where like you kill yourself and then just a tweet gets sent out immediately.
yeah.
You kind of have to be like, all right, it's been 5 to 7 business days.
Yeah.
So on the morning of September 12th, not notably, 1996,
Yeah.
Lopez started filming his final diary entry called the final tape titled Last Day, Ricardo Lopez.
Nice.
Real on the nose. Began with Lopez preparing to go to the post office and mail the letter bomb. He said that he was very nervous, but that he was still going to kill himself and would rather do that than be arrested if he was aroused of suspicion. After returning to the post office, he resumed filming while BJORK's music played in the background. It
It's
was
a crazy soundtrack to kill
cryptic.
yourself to.
Yeah, it was cryptic as fuck. A naked Lopez, I don't know why he had to have no clothes on, shaved his head and eyebrows and painted his face red and green. Police speculated that Lopez's reason for doing so was to make himself less recognizable. You know, because everyone has their faces painted red and green.
Yeah. I mean, it's just another red and green face painted guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to do all the paperwork for all this. It's a case.
Yeah, it's fucking open and shut case.
These red and green faces.
Either that or he's an Arsenal fan. I'm
Those Christmas face fucks.
yeah, he Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, eat your heart out. He said he examined himself in the mirror and told the camera that he was a little nervous. He then stated, "I'm definitely not drunk." I just want to throw that out there right now. I'm not drunk.
Not hammered.
I'm completely not sick or depressed. I know exactly what I'm doing. The gun cocked back. I'm ready to roll. As BJORK's song I Remember You finished playing, Lopez shouted victory and shot himself in the mouth with a .38 caliber.
I remember. The video is crazy.
Yeah, he groaned and his body fell out of view. Shortly after, he began to bleed out on the floor, which was audible. At that point, the camera stopped filming. A sign bearing the hand-painted words, "The best of me, September 12th." What a fucking drama queen. Was propped up on an upturned mattress behind him. And that's about it. And then the whole fun wrap-up on that, BJORK didn't know shit. All of her mail, obviously, because she's a rich or famous celebrity, gets sorted by like 3 levels of assistance.
Yeah.
They just called the cops. Like the cops, they just are like, this seems sketchy. Called the cops. Cops opened it, detonated the bomb. This guy killed himself and had zero clue if she even got the thing.
Yeah.
Had no reason to kill himself.
Victory. Duh.
'Cause it's sweet, sweet.
Victory tastes good no matter how you cook it.
Yeah,
pal.
but that's the story of Ricardo Lopez. Basically, long story short, it's a crazy guy who killed himself, and the famous person was almost ultimately unfazed by it.
I know. It
was almost a victimless crime.
Yeah.
It was a victimless crime.
I mean, you like kind of made someone's day scary at BJORK HQ.
Yeah, she goes, people do that? Damn, all right.
They're so crazy.
Yeah, that's basically what she goes, oh no.
Oh no, not to take a bath in heavy cream.
Has anyone seen my clogs?
Yeah. I feel like she's just a small lady.
Those niggas are weird, dog. They eat like sand-crusted fish.
Yeah.
It's barely a place.
Fuck that. All right, let's go. I have some super fans I'd like to talk to you. 2, in fact, because some super fans of the NFL have recently been getting in trouble.
Oh, you doing the Chiefs guy?
Not only that, I'll start off with the Chiefs guy. So, obviously, if you don't know this, there's a Chiefs fan named, it's like ChiefsAholic.
Yeah, ChiefsAholic.
Yeah, so...
The level of virgin you have to be a fucking super fan. Which he's not, by the way. It's crazy. This dude has like a semi-normal life.
Yeah, so it's kind of fucking crazy. So, Kansas City, a man popularly known as Kansas City Chiefs superfan ChiefsAholic, was sentenced in federal court today on charges related to a string of 11 robberies or attempted robberies in which he stole $847,000.
And he got, which is crazy to be documenting yourself that much and also doing highly illegal. That'd be like touring while also robbing banks across the country.
I think he wore like a mask.
He did, which is no one knew his face.
Yeah, well, so while parading around as a social media celebrity, the defendant secretly engaged in a violent crime spree of armed robberies and attempted armed robberies across the 7 states. So he would go to different games and just rob people as like, oh yeah, fucking Chiefs are playing Green Bay. I'm gonna go break into some cars and fuck some people up. And
he had to pay for it somehow because he's getting like nice.
I'm getting
tickets.
a shirt.
Yeah, those are expensive shirts.
Yeah,
that's a $60 gray tee inside of a stadium.
I know, that's crazy.
It's dry fit.
I know, it's not even that good.
Nike.
Oh well, now you got me.
Now you got to just do it.
Yeah, I will.
I did.
I will. I have, and I've been caught for it.
Gotta do it again.
Victory!
It's the best way to kill yourself.
Yeah. Kill yourself is a victory like for a fireworks show for nobody.
Losing in a blaze of glory while screaming victory. Is awesome.
Yeah. So Xavier Michael Babudar. Babudar.
Okay.
Babudar. 30 years old. Holy shit.
Do any
Young.
Stan Greens ever go on heists or anything? It's always a bunch of these
Very
guys.
few John Does.
Yeah.
So he was only 30 years old and was sentenced by the United States District Judge Howard F. Sachs, got hit in the sack, to 17 years and 6 months in federal prison without parole. What is he going to do? I hope they have ESPN.
17 months?
17 years and 6 months.
Oh, yeah. It's 17 months. I go, that ain't no
Yeah,
time.
the court also ordered Babuardo, or whatever the fuck, to pay $532,000 in restitution to the victim financial institutions. Which, by the way, you having to pay back a bank for money you stole? Go fuck yourself. Go make some more. It's like that's where money lives. I broke
That's
into
money's home.
Yeah, I broke into your house, took the lamp, and now I got to buy you a new lamp.
Yeah, you
Get the fuck out of here.
You kidnapped money. Give it back.
No. No, I refuse. Why don't you make me? Or take me to a Chiefs game. So some of the stolen money was recovered, but most of it was not because it went to the Chiefs organization. I can only assume. The actions of, I'm just going to call him Xavier, or actually I'll call him ChiefsAholic.
Why would you call him anything else? That was that guy's whole personality.
The actions of Sir ChiefsAholic were brazen and traumatic for the bank employees robbed in Bixby, Oklahoma, said the U.S. Attorney Clint Johnson. That's a good name.
Clint Johnson?
Clint Johnson.
You know he rushed for 2,000 yards in 76?
That's not
true. He was
true.
Nebraska all-first team.
It sounds like it. Of the Northern District of Oklahoma. A big thank you to the Bixby Police Department for their hard work, collaboration with the FBI Tulsa Field, who helped detain Mr. ChiefsAholic in Oklahoma. The bank was not the only victim of these crimes, stated Special Agent in Charge. Steven Cyrus. These names are fucking rule.
Yeah,
you got Clint Johnson and Steven Cyrus
what MTV,
on the same kickball team?
What MTV local cop fucking PD show is this?
Yeah, Jonathan Fist said, and I quote, it's crazy. So, Special Agent in Charge, Steven Cyrus, so cool.
That's so sick.
Of the FBI Kansas City field office, the ChiefsAholic terrorized bank employees throughout his multi-state crime spree, which relished his celebrity status. Today's sentencing speaks to the severity of his actions and the significant law enforcement assistance and resources utilized across multiple states to hold him accountable.
Can I just say this? If you're going to go to jail for doing some gangster shit, don't also intertwine some not gangster shit with it at the same time. If you're going to be gangster all the way. Or if you're going to be a fucking incel Chiefs super fan, be the best Chiefs incel super, because he's not being good on either end. It's like, be a better because you can't show up to the fucking sit down in a Chiefs suit. And you also can't show up to the Chiefs game as a criminal.
You gotta feel like the fucking man, being sitting there in a motel room with just bags of fucking cash.
The Kingpin and Spider-Man, just a Philly fan.
Just putting on the fucking wolf mask, just being like, time for the tailgate. Just grabbing a wad of cash and just fucking leaving.
I am ChiefsAholic.
Yeah, I mean, that's gotta just feel good.
You know, it's weird. He did have like fans. Like in the Chiefs. I do this for the Broncos. I'm on a couple Facebook pages, a couple of Reddit pages. I don't post nothing. But I'm a part of them, and they have people. We have a guy who wears a barrel to every home game.
That's heavy.
Wears I mean, it's not a real fucking barrel, but like, can you look up the Broncos barrel guy? It's sweet. He wears like it's suspenders and it's a barrel. This guy I don't think steals from people because that'd be really hard to get away from someone.
Let me see your pockets.
Inside. Yeah,
Let me see
excuse
your
me.
pockets.
Reaches down.
Sir, I'm a barrel.
Look at that. The Bronco barrel guy.
Oh, jeez.
Super fan.
I bet he has just absolutely taken a shit in that
How many
thing
kids?
before.
How many kids' colleges do you think he could have funded with Broncos tickets? But they don't talk to him, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Oh, my God.
Uh-huh.
I wish I could have done this guy because...
The Broncos barrel guy.
Yeah, because look at this fucking absolute stupid idiot.
Just so you know, every NFL football team has about 4 of these guys.
Either stickers of him.
Yeah, no, he's like a staple. He goes to every single game.
He's got a bullhorn and he's in a barrel. And I'll tell you what, there's photos of him from like the 80s, like late 80s, early 90s that make me sad. He has an exhibit?
Dude, when I tell you, he's the unofficial mascot of like Miles the Broncos, the official mascot. This nigga in a barrel is the unofficial mascot.
I want to get a tattoo
of
him.
the Denver Broncos.
I want a tattoo of him.
There's people that have tattoos of this guy
That's kind of tight.
for being in a barrel and being drunk outside. That's life right there. And the Broncos give him free tickets at this point.
That's live.
That's life.
Dude, I wanted to see him. Oh, we got the light.
What does the light mean? I
Is
should
that
have
5
asked.
minutes? Okay.
That's what I've been thinking. That's what I've been thinking the light was.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's lights.
That's light. All right. So what's it called? Mr. Aholic guy, ChiefsAholic, laundered much of the stolen money through area casinos and online gambling. So he'd take that dirty money, put it in a casino, watch it come out clean.
This guy's living what I hope GTA 6 is. You can do gangster shit and then also go see a sports game in an actual stadium.
Yeah, I know.
We've waited 15 years. Let me see a soccer game.
That'd be cool if they teamed up with like the like fucking NFL games, and you could just watch people play NFL games in GTA 5.
Well, they have the Dolphins and the Manatees in the game. Like, they have fake sports. I'll watch the Manatees versus the Unicorns. Just fucking throw it in the game.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
They're probably going to do a scene like that.
they should.
All right, so Mr. ChiefsAholic, I love how they phrase this, lived a nomadic existence. Like a nomad.
Well, yeah, the Chiefs have 8 road games a year.
Yeah.
You got to follow them around.
Yeah, existence at various locations around Kansas City metropolitan area, enjoying a robust social media presence as Kansas City Chiefs superfan Twitter user ChiefsAholic, attending most games dressed as a wolf in Chiefs clothing. Shut the fuck up. A wolf in Chiefs clothing? God damn. That guy got hard when he wrote that.
I watched your eyes get
Justice.gov,
dead.
fuck you. Oh, that's so
Chiefs
annoying.
clothing. That's the title.
Honestly. So after I'll go on to another one to wrap it up. Have you heard of the Falcon superfan Bird Lady?
No.
She is a woman who dresses up with feathers.
It's a bird lady. It's an oxymoron.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just D from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
No, dude. Ian just gave me the biggest pity laugh. He did the ostrich from Family Guy. Goes,
Ha
ah.
ha ha. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So there is the Bird Lady of the Falcons. And yep, there she is.
I told you, every team has 2.
There she is. She's Bird Lady. So this is a little bit more sad. So unlike Mr. Barrelman, she doesn't. Well, let's go up. We don't need to see the.
She's a mugshot.
We don't need to see the mugshot just yet.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about the mugshot right now. So Carolyn Bird Lady Freeman sat in her familiar section, ticket perch. Oh my God! Come on, ESPN, shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. November 3rd at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the Atlanta Falcons superfan had maintained status as a seat license holder for years, dressed in her Bird Lady regalia that made her a local celebrity, a white feathered costume trimmed in red and black, shiny silver gloves, and long white boots. Everything about Freeman and her unsettling hooty-hoo.
Just because this is Atlanta, and I gotta ask, Mrs. Bird Lady can produce eggs, right?
I think so.
Okay, all right, I'm in.
Yeah.
Dude,
her name is Carolyn.
There's 5 o'clock chat. That don't mean shit. There's 5 o'clock.
She don't look that great, but she's the Bird Lady.
That's a strong 5 o'clock shot. That bottom left corner.
Yeah, no, that looks like noon. Yeah, you know what? I ain't yucking her yum.
It's Atlanta, dog.
You think that's the only issue with her? I'll tell you what.
No, I didn't say issue.
So only this time.
That's a nigga for sure. Hold on. Sorry. That's a bro for sure.
Maybe.
Shut up, maybe.
I don't know. I'm going to
keep-
tell her to do porn.
Keep going.
All right.
God damn.
So, Freeman, everything about Freeman and her unsettling hooty-hoo cheer
Points to
scene
the fact that that's a man. Sorry. Keep.
designed to draw attention, Daniel, with her hooty-hoo cheer.
Okay.
So,
That's what she says is hooty hoo.
hooty-hoo.
Okay. That's
So,
cool.
only this time the attention wasn't so welcome. During the second quarter, stadium security motioned to her and to her exit third row, for her to exit her third row seat in section 116. They escorted her upstairs, then placed her under arrest.
See, she thought she was barrelman status. You ain't barrelman status. It's one barrelman.
Yeah, so basically she was transferred to Fulton County's jail. Fucking Fulton City Blues,
For what,
dude.
having a good time?
Theft.
Lady can have a good time and get a little sticky fingers every
Yeah,
so
the equivalent of an indictment, but not involved in felony, booked for felony theft by deception. She said, "I am a real bird," and she took the bread.
Wait. Did you add that or did ESPN.com?
No,
add
I
that?
said that, but I should be a writer, shouldn't I?
Yeah. It's like, wait.
So this lady flew the coop. That was me. Now that was me, and that was good. Subscribe to the Patreon. So this is a buyer beware saga of tailgates gone awry, of disgruntled football partiers who say they paid big money for pregame blowouts that failed to materialize. The charges against Freeman alleging she collected up to more than $14,000 for services she failed to deliver. Sexual services. Hopefully not. Represent the first criminal case ever to emerge after several years of people filing complaints against her. So basically, she would go and she would be like, I'll come to your event. I'll be a bird lady at your house. And then they're like, we paid you. And she's like,
She was trying to Spider-Man herself out?
yeah, she was
Be
Spider-Man.
like a local talent?
But imagine if Spider-Man was actually Spider-Man and went around to parties as Spider-Man. That would be a bummer.
What a big up to the bird lady.
I know. I mean, really, you're just taking money from dummies. It makes no sense. So the Falcons won't discuss her case. Freeman said the Falcons recently sent her a cease and desist letter regarding the unauthorized use of the team's trademark logo and images.
Well, hold on. Look up
Which
the Falcon.
that
Look up the
sucks.
Falcons owner real quick for me. His name's Arthur Blank. He looks like a mobster. I can just kind of imagine him just being like, "We don't say nothing about the bird lady. The bird lady doesn't have nothing to do with
What are
the
you talking-
program." So that's Arthur Blank, mob leader. I mean CEO. I mean owner of the Atlanta Falcons. Arthur Blank. That looks like a guy who has a nice leather swivel chair. That'll be the last thing you see.
Yeah. It does look like there's a trapdoor underneath his thing, like underneath his desk, where you like just drop into like maybe a pit of snakes or spiders.
That guy knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. And his nose also knows a guy who knows a guy.
I was
who
about to
knows
say,
a guy.
his nose does half of the lifting for his whole fucking head.
He might actually be Jewish.
What?
Yeah, I think he's actually Jewish.
No. Come on.
Arthur Blank?
Arthur Blank?
It's Blank Jack, baby.
He's not Jewish, he's a philanthropist.
Arthur Morris Blank, born in...
Born
Called it. Called
Jewish.
it. I saw it. I just
There.
said it by the nose and the fact that he's an NFL owner and we own like 70% of teams.
They're everywhere.
It's literally Jews and the one Indian family who owns the Jaguars, and that's it. And that's it. And then Robert Kraft, but he's a pedophile. So it's pedophiles, Jews, and the one Indian family.
It's crazy to like have your
cons.
It's like having your grandparents eaten by a jaguar, and then you move to the United States and own a.
Also, Ian, for those of you just listening, Ian just highlighted he was born a Jew, and it's funny to like in his head be like, "Up, found it, Jew, right here, highlight."
I know. He pressed fucking F11 on Ian, do a little word search, and we found Jewish pretty quick.
That's awesome. All right, you want to tie it up on that? You got one
Yeah,
more.
just bird lady. The team doesn't even like her.
Well, no,
the
they're
Bra-
not claiming her, which is crazy. At least the Broncos claim Barrel Guy. Like I know if Barrel Guy got in a fist fight, he's not catching no charges, 0 charges on Barrel Guy.
Yeah. So the criminal case that caused Freeman's world to come crashing down involves a tailgate party ahead of September 22nd primetime game in Atlanta between the Falcons and the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh my God, maybe they met. 2 months
In
before
all
the
honesty,
game.
shittily, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They definitely met.
Yeah, 2 months before the game, Chiefs fans Tammy Southwood, great name, and Catherine Basket Cook, she makes a hell of a pretzel, contacted Freeman for helping organize an event for hundreds of fellow fans. Freeman responded with an array of ideas about services she could offer: a decorated event space, a tent, food, beverages, live entertainment, games, a projection screen broadcasting games, golf cart shuttle service, and a surprise celebrity guest. The two signed a contract, after which the Chiefs fans said they transferred $14,000 to Freeman incrementally through various payment providers. The game day arrived. The Chiefs fans started to gather at the venue. There were no signs of Freeman or preparations for the tailgate aside from the presence of a few crew members standing by. It was basically a deserted lot surrounded by a neighborhood, said Blair Quistanch something, who purchased tailgate tickets from Freeman. There's other Chiefs fans there, obviously all through the same connection, but it's faking. So basically, she was like, yeah, pull up. Give me 14 grand, pull up, I got it. And then she didn't get it.
She didn't have it.
She didn't have
And
it.
they left her out to dry.
You left her out to dry. And then she got arrested at a Chiefs game. And said, you owe me 14 grand, Miss Missy. And she's like, I'm Bird Lady, squawk, squawk.
They have to. That's what I'm not a big activist guy. That's one thing I might petition for. There seems to be an unproportional amount of black superfans getting locked up. The Philly guys went down.
Yeah.
The Blackbird super lady.
You just gotta kind of know where and when to be. I feel like you go to all the games.
Wait, what a suburban white dad response. Just be like, yeah, you got to know, when and where to be, the guys and who not and who to be around.
I mean, like, yeah.
Anyway, your friend DeMarcus is guilty, and I know he is. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even really know the kid, but I can tell you he did it. I know his parents. He did it for sure.
Dad's bad news.
Don't hang out with that kid.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who you should hang out with, who choose to hang out with us.
Goodness, my favorite people in the world.
The absolute fucking...
The Brady Bunch.
Damn, I tried to draw the theme song in my head.
I couldn't nail it. I couldn't nail it if you could.
know who BJORK is. Okay. There's big gaps.
More culturally
you see
prevalent.
the gaps,
More
right?
culturally prevalent. No one killed themselves over...
The Brady Bunch?
Nobody blew their brains out screaming victory over the Brady Bunch.
I heard that's why Marsha wasn't on season 7.
Marsha.
All right, so we have just a couple of name changes. As always, www.patreon.com/themodernapes. When you join the Patreon, you get first dibs on helping us choose the topics for the public episodes, and then aside from that, you get 4 bonus Patreon episodes per month. You heard the whole intro in the beginning, and also we encourage you to say something fun, change your name, make it fun. I'll give you an example because we got a couple name changes.
We do?
Yeah,
Makes me happy.
obviously there's the OGs. The Tristan Mara says it. Mara says it better.
Mara.
No, it's Mara.
You
Mara?
not mine.
Damn, we'll get this right one day. Scott Hill came back on. Left for a little bit, just came back. Hey, we're okay with sloppy seconds.
Love you, Scotty.
This is new. Stupid Fat Hobbit.
I like him.
Stupid Fat Hobbit.
I like
it.
him.
And that's new. I checked this a little while ago, and you didn't change that at all. Your dad, Brad, my blues name is Jelly Jam Jizz Jar Bowling, obviously.
Duh.
And then that's really it as far as name changes. The one that I still like is Crushing Marmalade Sammy's with Patty.
Oh, love that Patty.
And that's a double entendre because it could be Paddington Bear or also Patty, who probably crushes a few marmalade Sammys.
True.
Anyway, tell a friend about the cash show on the Patreon. We'll see you guys next week. Drop a comment. Let us know what you want us to do
I have to poop. I have to poop. I can't wait till next week to poop. I have to do it right now. Join the Patreon to watch me shit.
I could have lived without that. I could have lived without that last part.
Mushy mushy.
I don't need to know your schedule. You know, I didn't take a shit in your house this morning out of respect because I like you.